Today I'm gonna teach you 15 Minecraft speedrunning tips. Let me know in the comments if they actually helped you. Let's start. Tip number 1. If you search for a blacksmith or a buried treasure, keep the pie chart on the default settings. So then when you will see a village or you will spawn in a beach, you will be able to set the pie chart very quickly. Tip number 2. When you are killing animals for food, you can use a lava bucket instead of flint and steel. That will make it much more easier. To do that, put the lava bucket in your offhand and then put the lava under the animal. After a second, take the lava and use your axe to kill the animal. When you do this, be careful to not burn yourself. Tip number 3. If you have any TNT, you can use it in multiple ways. Blowing gravel for flint, blowing trees for wood, blowing hay bales, blowing netherrack for blocks, and much more. Tip number 4. When you search for a lava pool and you cannot find one, instead of digging down in a random place, dig down next to a water pool. It will increase the chances of finding a lava pool. Tip number 6. Code strat is one of the best strats for beginner speedrunners. It is a very simple and easy way to get a bucket which is necessary for entering the nether. The first thing you need to do is to find a village. After you got all the basic tools, go and take 17 hay bales. Mine a few more logs and make a barrel. Now go and search for a farmer. If you don't find one, make a composter and turn one of the villagers into a farmer. Sometimes you will need to break the composter and place it back until he will trade wheat with you. Now turn the hay bales into wheat and trade 60 of them for 3 emeralds. Now place down the barrel and turn another villager into a fisherman. Again, you will probably need to break the barrel and place it down a few times until he will trade with you the right trade. The trade that you need is a fish in a bucket for 3 emeralds. Trade it with him and now you have a water bucket. And you can go kill the iron golem and make an iron pickaxe and a flint and steel. Tip number 7. In speedrunning, as the name says, the speed is really important. In this trick, I'll teach you 4 ways to make your navigation in the world much faster. Always try to think about faster ways to move. If you are in a village or another fortress and you find a saddle, take it. It can be very useful when you search for the stronghold. If you find any horse, you can tame it and it will make the way to the stronghold much faster. If you are using a boat and you see a dolphin, you can use the dolphin effect. It's much faster than just using a boat. If you feel comfortable with the amount of ender pearls that you have, use them to travel in the overworld and the nether. It can make a huge difference. I guess that most of the people already know that, but if you run and above you there is a 2-block high roof, spam the jump button. It will make the running much faster. You can use it under leaves and you can also place the blocks above you and use this trick. Tip number 8. If you are digging through a long way and you don't want your pickaxe to break and you wanna go faster, you can mine in a 1x1 hole. If you are in the overworld, you can use a water bucket to go into the hole. If you are in the nether, you can use an ender pearl and pearl into the hole. If you don't have an ender pearl, you can use a boat. Place the boat and go towards the 1x1 hole. Then go out of the boat and you will go right into the hole. Tip number 9. If you have any carrots from a shipwreck or a village and you are in a bastion, keep about 9 gold and use this gold to turn the carrots into golden carrots. It can also be used on apples, it's just much more expensive. Tip number 10. When you are in the end, use a bow or a crossbow to shoot the crystals. It will make the dragon perch faster and it is super simple. Tip number 11. If you're stuck in the nether and you don't have any food, you can get it in a few different ways. The first way is to kill hoglins. Tower up with 3 blocks and use a flint and steel or a lava bucket to burn them and kill them with an axe. It is a really good food source. 1 hoglin can drop all the way to 4 pork chops, and 1 pork chop restores 4 hunger bars. The second way to get food in the nether is through mushrooms. With 1 bowl, 1 brown mushroom and 1 red mushroom, you can make mushroom stew. Mushroom stew restores 3 full hunger bars, and if you have any dandelion flowers, you can combine it with the stew and make a suspicious stew with saturation effect, which is super OP. Tip number 12. When you're in the bastion trading with the piglins, you can do some task overlapping. You can check what is the direction of the nether fortress, you can loot the bastion chest, or even just organizing your inventory. Tip number 13. Use practice maps. This tip is probably the most important one. Use practice maps to train on one-cycling the Ender Dragon, routing bastions, building nether portals in different situations and locations, and much more. I will leave links for different practice maps in the description down below. Tip number 14. If you got more iron than you need from a shipwreck or from a buried treasure, you can craft shears and use them to get a lot of leaves, which are amazing building blocks, and you can mine it insanely fast. You can also use shears to shear sheep, so you will have more wool for the beds later on. Tip number 15. Follow more Minecraft speedrunning YouTubers and Twitch streamers. Follow YouTubers like me, like Caraway, Feinberg, T-Wags, and much more. Basically, try to watch Twitch streams and more speedrunning videos. Try to analyze why and when speedrunners do specific things and specific moves. This is the last tip for today. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next video.